Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Welcome to Sara Akash. This is Vijay Lakshmi and he is my friend Pitambar.
I am greatly honored to be a part of this wonderful platform, Sara Akash, where we will listen and learn with love.
I would like to add one word observe.
Yes,
Observe the vast sky. Listen to its silence. You will not only learn but also be in love with it.
truly, when you love your teacher or a subject, your learning will be profound, and without an iota of doubt, you will be listening to the person or about the subject with great focus and concentration.
That's the beginning of wisdom and higher level of thinking that leads to invention, innovation, and exploration.
Of astronomical proportions,
Mhm.
the sky is not the limit.
Today we'll discuss how to look at the wars, conflicts for lessons, preparations, and protection.
Since there is so much news and so many views on wars and conflicts, we will look beneath the surface of things and what they hold in store for us.
First of all, let's start with the partition of India, which is a huge blunder. What was the hurry for independence?
In fact, Britishers were in great hurry to leave India. They realized that they would be crushed if they continued to rule India.
Exactly. More than 250,000 soldiers and many marines who were involved in naval operations during World War II were angry and they revolted against the Britishers.
That means we should have persisted with freedom movement without agreeing to partition. In fact, British government was afraid of armed rebellion by the soldiers who returned from the World War II. They wanted to reap a rich harvest by dividing India into two countries on the basis of religion. They left India vulnerable to constant war with Pakistan with their support and promotion.
A very calculated move. Mountbatten plotted with Jinnah and negotiated very cleverly with Congress. Gandhi had told India would be partitioned on his dead body, which was perfectly in sync with the Indian culture and tradition. But the deep conspiracy against the freedom movement turned it into a negotiated freedom.
Truly, the voice of Subhash Chandra Bose, the sacrifice of Bhagat Singh, the spirit of Chandrasekhar Azad were sorely missing. We did not get freedom. Britishers gave us freedom.
Exactly. Freedom on their condition left us beholden to the Britishers. The spirit of freedom was lost. Only the government changed. Their policy continued.
From 1857 war to non-cooperation movement to negotiation, the spirit went down the hill. India has been paying a great price by fighting wars against Pakistan. When Pakistan was defeated by India in all the wars it fought, they started proxy wars through terrorist activities.
Why ask the religion and kill only Hindus? What is the nefarious design behind it? We are not trying to give an answer but draw you into think.
The answer is the key to the lessons we must learn to prepare ourselves to protect our country and her citizens. Make no mistake, protect we will and prepare we will, but not the government alone or armed forces alone, but we all together contributing our might like little powerful drops of water, the idea that will galvanize the process and our attitude.
The conspiracy was to create a civil war within the country and halt India's economic prosperity.
The government saw through it and made a strategic plan to shock the world.
India will avoid war at any cost because it holds the view that it is not an era of war.
Absolutely. The plan was to repeat Pahalgams and torture and bleed India. The world will sympathize and smile by making Pakistan an instrument of bloodshed.
This is unbelievable. The whole world stood with India condemning terrorist attack. They were also with India taking actions against Pakistan.
Yes, But that was all. The world waited for that action casually with amusement. Another surgical strike, or air strike, or no strike.
Hmm. They thought it would be over as a matter of fact, and soon another will begin.
Yes, that was the plan. India cannot go to war because it cannot prove that Pakistan is involved. The terrorists of Pahalgam had simply disappeared.
The arms of the government have not been able to apprehend the terrorists because of our own people who are involved in spying for Pakistan.
India is fighting against two and a half fronts.
Mhm.
Pakistan, backed by the US, half Pakistan in India, backed by anti-national elements, and China and Turkey, with their arms and ammunitions. Just imagine who benefits from India getting preoccupied with war or war-like situation? China, America, and the developed Western powers.
But the entire world, it appeared, stood like rock solid in support of India.
That is for optics, for people to see. But beneath the surface of things, it was a global conspiracy to halt India's rapid progress. Let's examine the scenario that is there before us. Just recently, India has jumped to become the fourth largest economy and may become the third largest economy by 2028 or 2029. Who are threatened of their positions? The countries at the top, mainly Germany, China, and the US.
Yes, it is so simple. But people ask for proofs.
The proofs are there for the people who want to see. But those who do not want to see, there will be only darkness. The first proof is the panic with which the world reacted. The Western nations not only suggested but preached, to say in clear terms, demanded immediate de escalation.
Pakistan and the world did not expect the unimaginable devastation Indian armed forces caused in destroying 9 major terror bases, including Bahawalpur, the headquarters of Masood Azhar of Jaish-e-Mohammed, Murid Ke, the headquarters of Hafiz Syed of Lashkar-e-Taiba.
And so, to put the nail in the coffin, they destroyed 11 air bases, including Noor Khan, Jacobabad, Sargodha, and the strategically sensitive air bases. The worst was their defense system were completely destroyed, leaving Pakistan open for India to strike at will any target anytime.
Pakistan pressed the panic button, and the US came in support of Pakistan to halt the war. The world was horrified that Pakistan would be completely destroyed. Their important instrument of check on India would be gone.
Absolutely. Adversity tests the true color of friendship.
Yes.
The president of the US changed his tone overnight and abdicated the high pedestal of friendship. The wars have been being fought, but at no point of time the world set up straight to stop the war immediately because no country has so far achieved so much in just 90 hours.
It is very clear that these countries are always with Pakistan. But we are a nation of 1.4 billion people, one fifth of the world. Our history and our civilization speak for themselves.
Absolutely. India stood up alone against terrorism and declared a new doctrine for the entire world.
Any act of terror, yeah, any act of terror will be an act of war. Terror and talk cannot go together. Terror and trade cannot go together. And water and blood cannot flow together.
Operation Sindur is not over. It is just a pause. Any misadventure will automatically invite the deadliest actions of our armed forces. India stands for justice and truth. We will be victorious. Let's fight. Lord Krishna says to Arjun. Therefore, Arjun, stand up and conquer the enemy and enjoy the flourishing kingdom.
This is for the government and the armed forces. What about the citizens? What should we do? Fight with all our might with discipline and dedication, do our duty sincerely and devoutly.
In the middle of the war, the central cabinet approved 5 IITs and 5,000 Indian training institutes, allocating 50,000 crores for IITs and 60,000 crores for IIT. The goal is very clear: research and innovation and skill development.
The nation needs skilled workforce to produce drones, fighter jet engines, missiles, and work in different fields for faster development. The research and innovation must overtake our boundaries and create an unimaginable horizon from where India can call the shots.
Defense production will soon go up with the increase in defense budget. But what is very crucial is the innovation. The young men at the science institutes and IITs must put their heart and soul together to outmaneuver and outsmart in software and hardware to help the country grow.
We have to help ourselves. We have to develop our own technology, our own sixth generation jet engine, our submarines to be independent and self reliant.
We must be ready to walk alone like Lord Ram, who was magnanimous to offer chances for correction to Ravana, because Ravan was wise and intelligent.
But Lord Krishna did his best to bring in peace, but once war started, he did not look back. Bhishma asked Lord Krishna why he allowed the killing of Dronacharya on a lie, Jayadratha on deception, Karna when unarmed.
The sinners lose the right to laws and they should not get an escape route through laws and rules. Victory of Dharma is all that counts.
That is the inspiration. Who walks alone in the front? The leader, the Dharma.
The crowd will follow, but we must do our duty with a sense of dedication, devotion, and commitment.
With a profound feeling, it is now or never.
We have power, potential, and passion. Let's dedicate ourselves to the cause of the nation. The winter has come. There will be deep winter.
But never forget the spring is in the wings. That's it for today.
We'll meet again with another idea on Sara Akash.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Namaste.
Namaste.